What's going on, guys? It's Bailey here with Hal's Lawn Care. We are out in Paw Paw at the district library, and today we are going to show you how to restring a weed whip, also known as a weed whacker, weed eater, but I prefer weed whip. So here we go. Alright, so when you run out of weed whip line, what you want to do is you're going to take these two clips on the weed whip head and you're going to push in. Now this is for this particular weed whip, okay? There's a lot of other weed whips, different types, they vary. You're going to take these two clips on the head of the weed whip and you're going to pull this cap out, and then you've got your spool where you spool the line. So we need to re-spool. We're going to take about 2.5 arm lengths of weed whip line, or string as some people call it. Here we go. 1, 2, about 2.5 there. Some people do a little more, some people do a little less. Chop that off. Gonna get your spool here. You're gonna insert your line right here through the centerpiece. You're gonna take about half that line through, and then put that spool right here. It's gonna line up. There's a couple notches here, you can see left and right. There's a couple notches here. You're gonna pop that back in there. Okay, I lied to you. We're gonna wait on that. You're gonna put your line through these two eyes before you put the spool back in, okay? And you want both ends of this line to be about the same length. So pop the line through both eyes there. And once you got that line through both eyes, then you're gonna pop this spool back into place. There we go. Alright, so take your line. Like I said, you want it to be about the same length here, okay? So I usually measure it up. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then you're going to stick your cap back on here. Make sure these clips line up. There's a clip here on one side. There's a clip here on the other side. Pop that in there like that. Now what happens is when you take this head and it pushes down, there's spring action in there. When you push down and you twist, it's gonna spool that line for you. Now like I said, there's different types of weed whip heads, but for this particular one, when you push down and you spin, it's gonna do it for you. It's gonna spool it for you. So here we go. Push down, spin. Push down, spin, push down, spin, but usually it gets tangled up on you, so you gotta keep pulling it out, and then push down, spin, and it's feeding it through there. So you got it all in there. How you stop with about, I don't know, half a foot of line, give it a little yank, and you're good to go. Now what happens is there's a cutter here. It's a piece of metal. Should be a little sharper than it is. It's a bit dull. But when you get going and you start to get more line out, that keeps your line, I don't know, about yay big. So here you go. There it is. Now you know how to line a weed whip.